Dr. McKinney got a call from the mayor, Bill White at the time, that they were going to open up the George R. Brown Convention Center as a second evacuation spot, and that they were asking the University of Texas Health Sciences Center to make the arrangements for the healthcare facilities in the GRB. And we went about our job in setting up the facilities there at the GRB. We learned a little bit about how to stage the intake process, how to arrange the care facilities such that the mass of people flowed smoothly. We had a visit that Monday from the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Surgeon General at the time, Dr. McKinney, who was our Executive Vice President here at the time, and myself and a few other people met with them on Monday night, and were promised some additional help from the Public Health Service. We had lay people, we had physicians, we had nurses, we had technologists, literally flooding our gates almost one for one with the amount of evacuees that were flooding our gates from all over the country, and in fact all over the world. I remember a physician who actually showed up from Switzerland to come and help us out. We had to make sure that the health care we were giving these evacuees was the best possible and being delivered by qualified people. So we needed not only some type of a medical record system, some type of intake system, we needed a credentialing system to get the state of Texas to allow these physicians from elsewhere to be credentialed and essentially practice medicine. Dan Walterman, the CEO of Memorial Hermann Hospital, visited us with John Zerwas, who of course now is a state representative, but at the time was the chief medical officer of Memorial Hermann, and provided tremendous amount of logistic support and equipment support. The supplies from Memorial Hermann basically kept us in business, and we wanted for nothing. We had, of course, a big open area. It was, the airplane hangar type of convention center where it was concrete floor and 30-foot ceilings or what have you, and just open acreage in there. And if you have been to any kind of trade shows or so, there are these metal stands with curtains on them, which they use to partition different display booths or areas. Those were our walls. So we had basically an airplane hangar with curtain walls. But there were some, we were separate from the actual housing facility where, mattresses, sleeping quarters, and eating facilities for the evacuees were all done. So we had this entire space to ourselves. We arranged it such that there was a very large intake area with a number of booths set up where patients would literally register so that we could keep track of them and establish a medical record. And those were staffed by volunteers from the community or from UT that didn't necessarily have to have any medical expertise. They were then filtered in stages through a triage area where your typical vital signs were taken, blood pressures, pulse rates, a quick little history of like, why are you here and what's wrong with you. We had the School of Public Health doing statistics for us. We had the School of Informatics helping us with medical record keeping. We had the medical school helping us with physicians. We had the nursing school helping us with nursing inputs. And we had people like Bob Emery helping us with the logistics of what are we going to do with all these the medical waste. The entire scene, I had so many of the evacuees who, you have to remember, had nothing literally but the clothes on their backs, And the fortunate ones were there with their family. The unfortunate ones didn't even know where their family was, and whether their family members were dead or alive. But their attitude and appreciation for what was happening, to see their strength was perhaps more inspiring even than seeing the overwhelmingly positive response from the community of Houston. It was truly a faith in humanity experience.